What is rolling, everybody? You are watching another video here on the Car Boot Collectors YouTube channel. Today I'm coming at you with another eBay action figure mystery box unboxing. This is another one of those ones where it's not really a mystery box because I know exactly what's in here more or less, but it's a mystery to you as the viewer, so it's still a mystery box. I can still put that in the title. So there you go. So yeah, this box right here contains a whole load of carded modern Star Wars figures, all from the original Trilogy collection, I believe, which I'm not too sure when these bad boys came out. I think the original Trilogy collection, if I'm not mistaken, came out after the 30th anniversary collection, which were the ones that came with the coins on the card, which were really cool. These ones I think came out after that, and they did basically like all of the old school original, well, hence why it's called the original Trilogy collection. They did all figures from the original Trilogy. So there's some pretty nice figures in the set. I've never really had any of them before. Saw this big box on eBay of them. I think there's about 25 figures in total, and I was like, you know what, let's bloody go for it. So yeah, let's crack it open and see what we've got. I haven't opened it yet. This arrived about a week ago, and I've just had it here ready to do a video. And alas, now is the time to do so. So I paid quite a chunk of P on these. You know, this was a bit of a well, a bit of a gamble, to be completely honest. I didn't research any of them. I was hoping to buy them at around £5–6 a figure. I would have been quite comfortable paying that for them. But I got a little bit of auction thieving. You know, I was bidding on the auction, I wasn't winning them, and I was like, I'd really love to buy them because there's just some really nice stuff in here. So I ended up paying a bit more than I wanted to. I think all in all this lot came in at about £300 thereabouts. I think including postage it might have been a little more. It might have been including postage, I can't really remember. But basically the moral of the story is I paid more for these than I wanted to. I think it came in at about £8 or £9 a figure, which, to be completely honest, is not that great, because most of these only really run about £25 free postage, and by the time you take off £4 postage, eBay fees, my packaging costs, you're really not making very much money. If they take a while to go, if you end up taking offers of 15, really not making very much. But I'm counting on a few of these in here probably being worth a little bit more. I'm sure there are some in here that are worth more, closer to that £30–40 range. Some might be a little more, and they are, from what I could see in the pictures, in really bloody nice condition. So you can see this one, and the first one we pulled out, the Stormtrooper, or the Biker Scout, as he's actually called. You can see the condition on these is absolutely pristine. These are what I would call collector quality condition. So yeah, to be fair, now that I've seen the condition of them, sort of £8 each probably isn't too bad. Actually, that's probably quite a good deal even at that. So yeah, let's dig on in and have a little gander. So I don't know the best way to do this. This little bloody flap here is annoying me. I can't really move the box over. I've got this big stack of Monopolies here I've got here to sort out and list. So I don't know, maybe I should have moved those. Don't know. Let's put this here. I want to keep the box really because it's quite a good double thickness one, so that'd be come in handy, to be honest. Anyway, stop talking about the box and the flaps and show you the figures. So here we go. I think I've showed this one already. So this is a Biker Scout. Really cool little. What year did these come out on us? Oh no, these come out in 2004. These are like probably, yeah, fresh off the back of like the Saga collection, which came out around the time of Episode 2. So yeah, the Scout Trooper. That's a really quite cool little figure though. I didn't ever have any of these ones back in the day. Most of the ones I had were from the 30th anniversary collection, which came out a couple of years after these. But and yeah, they were quite nice. I never really had any of these. I don't actually remember seeing these in the shops, which is unusual because this is probably like the peak time of when I was like a massive Star Wars fan, around the time Episode 2 came out. And then as soon as Episode 2 came out and it was shite, you know, I hated it. I didn't really, but yeah, there you go. Tusken Raider, or a sand person if you will. He's pretty cool. What I did like about this lot, I say, apart from looking like they're in really nice condition, which they have proven to be, there's a lot of like the key characters in here. You do find with Star Wars figures, like the modern figure collectors, some people will collect all of the line, so all of the original Trilogy collection, for example. And you do have people that will have like a focus on, say, Leia figures or Han Solo figures or Boba Fett figures. So some people do just want one of you know, the same character from every like different line it's from. And when you've got so many key characters like we've seen so far, they're quite easy to shift, just for people that are, you know, for quite a few different people really. People that just want one of the character, people that want it specifically for a focus, people that want it for the line. So yeah, there you go. That's me trying to convince myself this was a good purchase. Here is Luke from the scene at the end of the film where he is dueling Darth Vader in Empire Strikes Back. Got a very thin head. There he is, Luke. That's a pretty cool one. And here he is, the main man. Ig-88. Can you really beat a bit of Ig-88? Classic stuff. He's probably the best character in the films. With his piston head. Crazy stuff. Famous bounty hunter. Okay. Got loads. I says there is quite a lot in this lot. So here is one I did actually look up before I bought them. I think this one goes for about 20-25 quid in average condition. So this one being perfect will probably be a little bit more. So there's the Jowers twin pack. Now these to me look like a reissue of the Power of the Force 2 Jowers. I did have the Power of the Force 2 ones back in the day, and they've got like this light piping feature. So they've got like a clear block on their head, and the eyes light up. If you can get the light shining through, you can see it there. So that's pretty cool. I think those are actually just the Power of the Force 2 ones. Certainly look like it. And here we go. There's a Snowtrooper with a cannon or a gun. I think so. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, it's sort of disassembled in the packet. There it is. So yeah, Sandtrooper. Very cool. Props to the bloke here. They have actually been packaged quite competently, which is pretty rare for an eBay lot. You know, personally, I would have wrapped them all individually, but that is just the professional eBay seller in me saying that. You know, this was probably just some guy clearing out his collection. He probably didn't care too much, but he has packaged them quite well. He's got all this padding in here, the bubble wrap, a good double wall box, never goes amiss. So yeah, pretty good packaging there. Props to the guy. A little bit dusty, that's fine. I can clean them up. I'm not going to moan. There's Dagobah Luke upside down. From there he is when he's training with Yoda. So there he is. Hopefully we have a Yaddle figure in here. That would be pretty cool, or a Watto. There's Bosk, very cool. You know what? That even looks like the Power of the Force 2 Bosk. Like, it certainly looks like it is the way that it's posed. Some of these, I don't know. The articulation on these, I think maybe because I was expecting these to be like a little later. They're actually like older than I thought they were. I thought the articulation on these was a little bit better. But to me, that just straight up looks like the Power of the Force 2 figure, maybe repainted a little bit brighter. It's just like this static pose, you know. Pretty, still, you know, fair enough. They're okay. They're still fine. I had the Power of the Force 2 on that one back in the day. Great figure. It just stands out because he's so yellow. Next, we've got Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing attire. Pretty nifty. And here he is. The famous Canteen Man, Gredo. Or Greedo, if you will. Very nifty. Okay. Here he is. Okay, I'm going to pull a few of these out. You're not going to be able to tell this, obviously, because this is a video. But these are really warm. And I really don't know why. It feels really warm. And these have been in my car for like a few hours, and it's pretty cold out. I have no idea why these are so like toasty. It's really, really unusual. Bubble wrap's quite warm as well. I really don't know why that is. Okay. Stormtrooper here. I like the packaging on this one with the like tunnel behind them, all the Death Star bloody tunnel. I don't know what you'd call that. Very nifty. I am, and I've said this quite a bit, but I am actually really impressed with the condition of these. These look like they were bought fresh off the shelf and just stored away. But there's no No scratching to the bubble, like the corners are very crispy. You know, there's no curling here at all. That is crispy. But yeah, just no scratching. These are like pristine. It would almost be worth a couple of them here. If there's any here that are worth like significantly more than the rest, I say most of these are sort of £20 figures. Some of them, if there's any here that are worth a little bit more, it might almost be worth me getting some of these graded, because the condition is so great. I've never actually got anything graded before, but it would almost be worth it when they're in this kind of condition. So there's Lobot, incredibly boring figure, like, you know, Lobot. I remember, funnily enough, when I was younger, and I collected the vintage figures. One of the very last ones I needed to complete the set was Lobot. For some reason, you know, it's not the original, like, OG 1980s Lobot. It's not a particularly rare figure. It's uncommon, you know, at least I don't see it very often, but it's not particularly rare, not particularly expensive. But it was just one of the last ones I needed to complete the set. And I remember I got one for Christmas, and I went absolutely nuts. And thinking back on that, I'm probably the only person in the world that's ever gone nuts to get a Lobot. He is boring. But there he is, Lobot. A pretty cool one right here. This is Wicket. Now, I'm pretty sure that is a Power of the Force 2 figure. Isn't that the one that comes in the double pack with Leia? There he is, Wicket. We've got an R2 D2 here. There he is. These are crispy. Come on, look at those. Look at the packaging on these. Okay, and then we've got Han Solo here in his original attire. So yeah, Han Solo. It's very well looked after. I've got to really, I've got to highlight the condition on these, because it's uncommon to see. Oh, it is for me anyway. Whenever I get modern styles, because they're always a bit battered. At least whenever I see them at the car boots and that, but. Get these so crispy clean. So cool. Okay, so I'll pull out a few more here. Here he is. Not quite Yaddle, but the next best thing, Yoda. Really, really nice little figure that. With his display base in there. I want to say this is like probably one of the first Star Wars lines to start including like that kind of stuff, like the little bases and things. Most Star Wars figures from, you know, Power of the Force era, you just get a figure, maybe a gun, but these ones, they go the little extra mile. You get little bases and things with some of them. And there he is, C3. That, I'm sure that's the Power of the Force 2 one. I say, I'm not familiar with this line, so maybe some of these are just like repackaged Power of the Force 2 figures. It would make sense, because I imagine there would have been quite a lot of those kicking around, like overstock in the early 2000s. Maybe they're not though. I really don't know. I'm not too familiar with these. There's Obi-Wan. Because how many have we got so far? I thought there was about 20, 27, 28-ish figures. Yeah, we've got about 20 so far, so maybe there's more in here. I don't know, I can't really remember. And we've got a TIE Fighter pilot. Very cool. I'm sure there was a Boba Fett in here. I'm pretty sure there was. Ah, here he is. Here he is. Now this one, yeah, the condition on this bad boy right here, that is so crispy. I believe this is one of the more expensive ones from the line. No idea how much specifically. But he's a pretty, I'm pretty sure this one's worth a little bit more. Boba Fett's generally are anyway, as a rule of thumb. But, yeah, this one's pretty cool. There's a little bit of a crease there, but, you know, it's fair enough. Boba Fett. Princess Leia. Who's dual-wielding some guns there. Pretty cool. Yeah, I've got to be honest, I'm quite happy with this lot so far. I say, it arrived a few days ago, and I wanted to open it on a video. And I'll be honest, I was a little bit nervous that I'd overpaid for them, so I was putting it off a little bit. Then here you are going through. Here I am going through them. I'm quite happy. The condition on these is good. I mean, it's worth saying a lot of modern Star Wars figures are not rare. Most of them are in plentiful supply. Like, I'd imagine most of these figures here, if you looked on eBay, there's going to be at least a handful of them available. But when that's the case, when there are quite a few available, having them in this kind of condition, it definitely puts them a bit above the rest. So I'll be able to ask a little bit more, and probably maybe might go a little bit quicker. So we'll get the box out of the way and we'll have a bit more room to go through the last few here. So there we go, there's Leia. We just showed that one. And then we've got another Dagobah Luke, this time with his backpack on. I say, no, he hasn't even got the backpack on, he's just got the straps for the backpack. Oh, maybe Yoda comes with a backpack, I don't know. Cool one here, I like this one, the original OG Cloud Car Pilot. I think it's one of my favourites. Again, maybe just because he's got a bit of yellow in him and the yellow just stands out. But here he is, the Cloud Car Pilot. Very orange. I like the card art on this one, that Bespin orange hue. Iconic. Oh, this one is cool. Look at this one. Come on, look at that. Spirit Obi-Wan. Look at that, sort of made of like, some of it's translucent plastic, some of it's like pearlescent paint to give him like that shiny look. That is cool. I've never seen this one before. That is cool. Seen these here, the numbers for them. I don't know how many there are in this set. I don't know how many times I'm going to reiterate that I don't have a clue of this line. I've never had any of them really before. I just wanted to check this one because I saw that they've got the accessories listed on the side. Harness. That's all it says. So that's all he comes with. He doesn't even come with a backpack. That's pretty ridiculous. And here you go. Here's Jedi Luke from Return of the Jedi. In his cloak. And then here we go. Here's the man himself. Here is, with a bit of weird plastic on the packaging, which is possibly off the table. I don't know, to be fair. Here he is, Darth Vader. That's a cool one. I like the way his cloak is sort of in motion. Very cool. There he is, and then we've just got two more now. So we've got Chewbacca. Ooh, as he says. Pretty cool. These come with like these little grey bases. So there's Chewbacca. And then we've got the final one here, the final one. Try me function is not working. This is R2-D2. I think from Dagobah is this one, the bit where he goes like under the shitty water and he comes out and he's covered in shit. Like, that's that bit, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, because that's the X-Wing crashed in the background there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Little R2-D2. Pretty mental little figure there. So there you go. That is this lot. Pretty cool indeed. I'm quite happy with this one. So yeah, there you go. Star Wars figs. Hopefully that was an interesting unboxing video. More to come. I've got more unboxings coming up soon. I've got a very interesting lot of auction stuff coming through at some point. I have no idea when. Probably going to the car booty tomorrow. I've still got to film my car booty haul from last week. So if you want to see more videos like this showing you junk I've purchased, then stay tuned because there will be many more to come. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.